Okay, folks, you know how these monitoring progress videos go by now. I'm going to give you some time to look at the thing. I'm going to tell you which one's going to work, and I'm going to work it out. Then you get the answer, then we get better. Yep, cool. All right, so identifying the segment bisector of segment PQ, then find the distance of PQ. So I'm going to do the explanation in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, PQ, P to Q, or Q to P. So we have our segment. So what's the bisector? Remember, bisector means to cut into two pieces, and the pieces are going to be equal. Oh, good thing we have our little tick marks here and there to show us they're equal. So what is the thing that cuts this in two? Well, obviously it's going to be MN, which is a ray. Yes, it's not just the midpoint that can bisect. Remember, it can be any sort of line or shape. So cool, we have the first piece, and on the second piece, find PQ. That's the whole distance. So how are we going to do this? We're going to take this. Let's get a little darker color here. We're going to take 1 over 7, 8. So we can either add this to that piece because it's the same, or we can multiply it by 2. I'm going to add, so let's do 1 plus 1 and 7/8. So that gives us 2 and 15/8. And then that gives us 3 and 7/8. Yeah. Or maybe you use a fraction. I mean a decimal, so that's going to be 3.8. 8.57. 3.875. Or maybe you have this as an improper fraction. So 3 is 24 plus 31 over 8. All equivalent. Remember, we're going to want this in simplified form for quizzes and tests. So same thing here. What's our segment? Number 2 and 3, 2, 1. What's our segment bisector? Well, here, excuse me, we have nothing fancy. We just have M, so M is our segment bisector. How do you know it's a bisector? We got these tick marks. So once again, we're going to look. These are the same. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to multiply by 2. How am I going to do that? I'm going to turn this into an improper fraction. So we're going to do 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16 over 7. We're going to multiply by 2. So which top to top times top, bottom times bottom. 2 as a fraction is 2 over 1. So this is 32 over 7, which simplifies 2 as a proper fraction for a 4 4/7, which is like 4.5, 4.52 about. Okay, cool. Hope you're following along. If you have any questions, as always, ask me. Monitoring progress 3 and 5, 4, 3. Identify the segment bisector of a line segment PQ, then find MQ or QM. Remember, they're the same thing. And this is the distance or length of segment MQ. What's our segment bisector? We got this funky little thing right there, right? That is a cursive L. That's telling us as the name of the line, which means our segment bisector is line L. So how to do this part? Well, they're equal to each other. So what do? We set them equal to each other. We're going to do a little bit of algebra. Breathe, calm down. You can do this in your sleep by now. If not, send me a message. But I believe in you. Plus 2x, gets rid of that, brings it down. 2 plus 5 is 7, keep the x. Minus 3 equals 11, opposite of minus is plus. So we have 7x equals 14, divide by 2, x equals 7. So now we have x equals 7, we can find MQ. How do we find MQ? We can plug it into here. So we have 11 minus 2 times 7. Whoa, whoops, no. Divided by 2, I need to divide by 7. So x equals 2. Somebody wondering, how do I know I messed up? This is distance. So 2 times 7 is 14. I was going to get a negative 3. Can we have a negative distance? No. So let's fix that. So 2 times 2 is 4. So 11 minus 4 equals 7. So MQ equals 7. So if MQ equals 7, what does PQ equal? 14. 7 times 2 is 14. Answer number 4 coming in 5, 4, 3. Identify the segment bisector of segment RS, then find the length of RS. So, what's a bisector? If we look up here, once again, we got this nice little lowercase cursive-ish special font looking number. So that means line N is our bisector. Next verse, same as the first. Looking for RS. That's the whole thing. That is the whole enchilada. Cheese enchilada, please. Okay. So now we're going to do some math. 4x plus 3 equals 6x minus 12 minus 3 minus 3 minus 6x minus 6x. Cancel, cancel. Okay. This is negative 12. Minus this is negative 15. This is negative 2x divided by negative 2 divided by negative 2. X equals 15 over 2, which equals 7.5, whichever you prefer. I am a fan of fractions myself. So now we got to find RS. We're going to plug this x. Where are we going to plug it in? It don't matter. It really doesn't. I'm going to pick the left side since we had the right side earlier. So 4 times 15 over 2 plus 3. Cancel this out. Cancel that. This is a 2. So this is 2 times 15 is 30 plus 3 is 33. So if this side is 33, what's that side? Yeah, they equal. So it's 33. So what is RS? RS equals 66. Not too bad. Not too bad. Oh my goodness. 4? We have to do 4? It'll be okay. So we're going to do 8. So the endpoints of segment AB are the endpoint of A is at 1, 2, and B is at 7, 8. So we're looking for the midpoint, right? So we're going to do the absolutely easiest formula we got. 1 plus 7 over 2, comma, 2 plus 8 over 2 gives us 8 over 2, comma, 10 over 2, which gives us 5, which gives us 4, comma, 5 as the final answer. We're going to do the same thing again. We just plug it into the formula. It doesn't matter which one comes first. I'm going to do 10 right. I'm going to do 9. 9 is coming. We're going to do 9 right here. So I'm going to go backwards because it doesn't matter because it's addition. It don't matter. Don't matter. Sorry, I've got a little J. Cole stuck in my head right now. Over 2, which equals negative 10 over 2, comma 8 over 2, which equals negative 5, comma 4. That looks familiar. So on 10, we're going to do a little different. So answer's coming at you in 3, 2, 1. So we have the midpoint, we have the endpoint. So I'm going to go with the formula, and then I'll tell you when we get there. Okay. So we have, where are we at? Endpoint is 1 minus 1 plus, sorry. Here's a formula, x1 plus x2 over 2, right? So we have, and this is going to equal 2 because this is our midpoint. So we're simply going to plug in our numbers and solve for x. So here we have x1 is, what's the endpoint? 1 plus x over 2 equals 2. So we're going to solve for x. How do we get rid of 2 on bottom? Multiply by 2 on top. So you have 1 plus x equals 4 minus 1 minus 1. X equals tray. Then we'll do the same thing for our y. So 1 plus y over 2 equals 4. Multiply by 2, multiply by 2. Cancel out 1 plus y equals 8. Minus 1 minus 1, y equals 7. So our coordinate is x, our x is 3, comma, our y is 7. And this is our endpoint u. So u equals 3, comma 7. So now we have, last but not least, numero 11, once if you will. So what we're going to do is, they're giving us our midpoint and endpoint again, right? Well, I'm not going to use the formula. I'm going to think my way through it. So if the midpoint is negative, this is the midpoint. It's negative 1 comma negative 2. And our endpoint is 4 comma 4. Right? So how do we get from negative 1 to 4? That's 5. So negative 1 to 4 is 5. So this is, you're adding 5 to get to 4. So we're going to subtract 5 to get to the other endpoint. So that's going to be negative 1 minus 5 equals negative 6. That's our x. Now we're going to do our y. So let's go another color. Negative 2 to 4 is 6. So we're going to subtract 6. So negative 2 minus 6 equals negative 8. Which is our y. So we have negative 6 comma negative 8 is our other endpoint. And to double check this, hopefully to show that I know what I'm talking about, we're going to do the algebra. Sorry, not algebra, we're going to use the formula. Okay. So 4 plus x over 2 equals negative 1 times 2 times 2. 4 plus x equals negative 2. Minus 4 minus 4. X equals negative 6. Ooh, look at there, that matches. And now we're going to go here. So 4 plus x equals, sorry, this is y. 4 plus y equals negative 2 over 2. Multiplied by 2 on both sides. So that is 4 plus y equals negative 4 minus 4 minus 4. Y equals negative 8, which is that. I know what I'm talking about. Yay. Okay. All right, class, this is the modeling progress. As always, let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to be posting, as soon as the same time that I post this, I should be posting the work for Big Ideas Math, so you can submit your pictures to me. The homework is already open and available. Again, let me know if you have questions. What do we have Thursday? A test. Actually, take that back. Your test will be Friday. Sorry. The face-to-face class has it on Thursday. All right. Cal folks out. Peace.